Focus to my finger and into my forehead. Okay. I wasn't trying to instant transmission out of this video or anything. What's up guys, Twisted Sideways here, and today we're back with another video on my couch. And you're asking yourself two things. Why are we doing a video this freaking early in the morning? You don't know what time it is. You're probably watching it at like 7 at night or something. It's not early then. And why are you wearing a beanie? Again, we don't know you have a head. Well, I do have a head. Otherwise the beanie would have nothing to sit on. But when I wake up in the morning, I don't touch my hair. Ever. So I just throw a beanie on when I make videos because it's easier. And they're pretty stylish. So today we're going to be doing the top 10 games for me personally this year, 2016. This is in no particular order. This is just 10 games that I'm looking forward to this year, and I also have a couple of runner-ups that I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how they play, and I want to play them, but they're just not my top 10. So I'm going to kick it off with a game called Hyper Light Drifter. At number 10, it is a 2D brightly colored action RPG, almost in a pixel art fashion. And I haven't really seen much about the game, but it looks absolutely awesome. As far as I know, it comes out sometime in 2016, and it should be out for every console that I know of. Then we're gonna move on to Far Cry Primal. I've played pretty much every Far Cry game. 4 I have, and it's amazing. All Far Cry games are just complete open world. Pretty much do what you want, when you want to, make your decisions how you want to make them. But Primal is probably the one I'm most excited for because it's like prehistoric and you're an animal whisperer, so you can like control wolves or honey badgers and all kinds of freaking animals, and it seems awesome. We are going to move to Tom Clancy's The Division. When the game was first announced, I was so freaking excited for it. They delayed it a couple of times, and I don't really know how I feel about it. I'm still super excited to see how it plays exactly and to see what kind of gameplay I can get out of it, see how many hours I can get out of it. I'm a huge RPG person, so anytime I can play an RPG styled game, especially one that gives you hours and hours of gameplay like Skyrim gives you hundreds, it makes the game so much more worth the amount of money you spend on it. Next on the list is Hitman. Hitman was one of my favorite games, like growing up through the PS2 era into the PS3 era and Xbox 360. I had an Xbox 360 first, so I played Blood Money on both PS2 and Xbox 360. But to me, Blood Money was the epitome of Hitman games. It was Random Cat. I'm most excited for us to see them go back to where they started at this do what you want, when you want, and how you want to do it. Zelda, don't play with that bag right now. I'm shooting a video. So next on my list is Pokken Tournament. I'm gonna call it Pokken Tournament because of Pokemon. Pokken Tournament, like it's there, like it's obviously Pokken Tournament, but it's like Tekken but with Pokemon. Like you can play as Pikachu, Blastoise, Mewtwo, Blaziken, a bunch of others, and Gengar. But like you play as Pokemon, but you're in an arena and you fight each other, and this cat is playing with the paper bag in the background, and it's destroying my video. Zelda, stop it! So, moving on, we have Final Fantasy 15. This game was announced God knows how long ago, and it was... Jesus, cat, really? Now we're seeing a 2016 release date. They're announcing more information about it soon. I've seen a couple of screenshots recently from Square Enix, and the game looks amazing. Hopefully it'll come out soon and it'll be just as awesome as it looks in the screenshots. Soon. And speaking of Square Enix, Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. It's a mouthful. It's a Kingdom Hearts game. The title's confusing just like the storyline. And Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorite games. It was probably my favorite PS2 game of all time. It'll be something for Kingdom Hearts fans to have a game on their PS4 to hold them over until Kingdom Hearts 3 releases at the end of time, because God knows how long it's going to take after Final Fantasy 15 gets released. English is hard. It's a language. It's Americanish. So breaking off completely from where we've been so far, my favorite PlayStation game is the Uncharted series. The Uncharted series broke the boundaries for me, because I played PS2, didn't really have any multiplayer experience at all. Frickin' Uncharted 2 that allowed for me to play online and make so many friends online, and then The Last of Us by Naughty Dog, I played it all the way until PS4. But Uncharted 4 has me so freaking excited because it's going to suck me in just as long, if not longer, than The Last of Us did. And I played that for 2 console generations. I'm so excited just for the story itself to finish wrapping up the Nathan Drake story. God, why are you meowing like that? I'm shooting a video. I could pet you. Is that what you want? Number 2 on my list, I know I haven't numbered a single one of these, but number 2 on my list is number 2 on my list because this is my list. It's my personal preference. I've already pre-ordered the game, and that is Twilight Princess HD Remaster for the Wii U. If you can't tell, I've also based this off of the consoles I have. I have PS4 and a Wii U. Of the newer generation, that's what I have. So, Twilight Princess was one of those games that people pretty much shit on a Zelda game because it was too realistic, it was too dark, it was too much for most people. But the story for me is amazing. It's got a lot of depth and a lot of grittiness to it. It's got a lot of history in it. And Zelda games are awesome because they allow for you to play and try to connect them, and you can use your imagination and theorize how this game connects to this one. And Twilight Princess is just one of my favorites. It's the realisticness, the turning into Wolf Link, and just the layout of the world is amazing. And of course, number 1 on my list, if that was number 2, number 1 on my list is, of course, without a doubt, The Legend of Zelda. The new one that they are bringing out sometime this year, probably if I had to make a guess on a release date, I'm guessing November or December. Most likely November, and it will probably be a Wii U seller. There will be people that don't have Wii U's that will buy Wii U specifically for a Legend of Zelda game. I'm so freaking excited for this game. There's not much I know to say about it right now other than the fact that there's so much hype build up for it for me. And the thing is Zelda is one of those games that I feel like no matter how much hype you build up, there are a lot of games that people build up so much hype, and then when it's released, the hype gets killed because it doesn't live up to expectations. But for me, Zelda is one of those games that no matter how much I build up for this game, once I get the game and can actually play it, it still blows my mind. The only game that I had like super high expectations for Zelda-wise that didn't live up to my expectations, that I was kind of a letdown, and a lot of people are going to just straight out hate on this game, is Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword is definitely its own game. It was a Wii game with the whole motion control. Like, there were enemies that you had to attack specifically up and down. You had to slice, or like, at an angle, horizontally. Like, it was horrible. But the story in that game is still a Zelda story, and that's what sells a Zelda game. It's not the controls, it's not what you get, it's not a multiplayer experience, it is specifically the story and the connection that you get with these games. It is the one game that I have been able to play my entire life, and I'm still excited. Even when I go back to play Ocarina of Time on my 64, I still get so excited when I remember exactly how to do a puzzle and I hear that little noise that plays. It's just so amazing. So speaking of that, I didn't want to go too much into where I think the story is and how I think it's going to be, because I also have another video coming out soon that is, it'll be in the description if it's out when you watch this video. It's going to be my Zelda Wii U theory. It's going to be where it takes place in the timeline, in my opinion, why I think that, and you'll just have to see. We're going to theorize a little bit. We're going to have some fun with it. I'm really looking forward to doing more videos like it. I also have some runner-ups, and the runner-ups are just ones that I'm still looking forward to. The first one on this list, the Mighty Number 9. Mighty Number 9 is made by the creator of Mega Man, and if you know what Mighty Number 9 is, or if you haven't seen footage, when you look footage of it up, it looks like a brand new reimagining of Mega Man, and that's exactly what it is. It's just a brand new Mega Man for a new generation, pretty much. The next one I'm gonna say is Star Fox Zero. Star Fox was an amazing game. I feel like they really screwed it up when they made Star Fox Adventures, I think it was, for the GameCube, where you like roamed around with your little staff and stuff like that. I still had fun with it. It was a Nintendo experience on its own, but they really messed up the Star Fox. Like, Star Fox is in a jet flying around shooting crap. Like, they completely didn't do any of that in Adventures. So I'm looking forward to see if they go back to Star Fox the way it was, or if they just try to redo, like they just try to reimagine it. I know that like some of the footage that I've seen, you fly around and then they have like a freaking like raptor, like your jet, like the wings like flip and turn into legs, and you like it looks pretty good. I'm just saying. And number 2 is Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. It is like the last in the Ultimate Ninja Storm series. Will we get another Naruto game? Probably. Are we still getting Dragon Ball Z games? Yes. The gameplay for that one is smooth, and it is the main reason that I like it. Other than the fact that Naruto is one of my favorite animes, the gameplay and the fighting style is just so smooth and it flows so well. That is one of my main reasons for liking it. Alright, so my number 1 spot, some people might know Ratchet and Clank. Some people might not. If you don't know what Ratchet and Clank is, it was a PS2 game that spanned into the PS3 era with a really long story. And Insomniac Games, I'm pretty sure they're still behind this. Insomniac is retelling the story of Ratchet and Clank and Captain Quark's eyes. And I know, Frankie, I'm almost done. Can I get through one video? Just one. Thank you. I don't know, I'm just excited because it's a Ratchet and Clank game. It's kind of like 3D platformer / shooter. It's interesting. If you've never played one, now is the time to play it. That one is coming out PS4 exclusive, I think. But yeah, that was my top 10 and my runner-ups. If you guys have a top 10 for this year, leave them down in the comments below. If you have any runner-ups, leave them down in the comments below as well. Or if you just have your top 10, I would like to know. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy these videos. They are much more entertaining for me to make. When I do have free time, I will be making videos similar to this, and I will also be live streaming on Twitch. That'll be down there as well. You can check that out in the description. And yeah, if you like, hit that like button, comment down below, and I will see you guys on the next video soon. Bye. Because I don't really know how to end videos anymore.